So week 2 down, and this is week 3. My team as a whole has made significant progress in our application. I have been able to implement Firebase authorization so that we can save the user data and their user preferences when they register. Felipe was able to integrate the NPS API using retrofit, so we were able to pull parks from the NPS API and show their name on one page, and then we have another page that I created for the park info that shows the park information. Brendent was able to implement Google Maps. We don't really have any thing to do with Google Maps, but now Google Maps shows up in our application. I was also able to implement pulling in the username. So instead of it saying welcome username, it says welcome whomever is signed in. Also, I started on an achievements application where the achievement badges will show up on the profile page whenever the user achieves one of them. The only badge that I've created so far is the safety badge. If they go to the safety tips then they will be able to if they go to safety tips page, they will get a badge for that. I will go ahead and show you the application as it runs. I'm going to actually log out though and create a new user so you can see the Firebase. So under register, we will just create a user. 1 second. 1986. And for the email, we'll just put willbill at email.com. You don't have to put in a phone number, but you do have to have matching passwords still. And you still have to agree to the terms and conditions. So let's personalize the page. Account was created successfully. We have a log that states that. Continue. We're going to go ahead and put in a city so that you can see how Firebase. I was also able to implement the thing where the slider actually changes whenever the user slides, so they can see how far they would like suggested trails. That also saves into Firebase. That one, and these also save into Firebase as well, the intensity and the type of hike and all that stuff. So finished. And then as you can see now, it says good afternoon William, because like I said, it pulls from there. I also implemented it here. Then if you go over to the Firebase store, you can see now William has all the information stored here. So we're going to be able to pull this information in order, like for this state, we're going to be able to pull that information and only show parks in the state of Georgia. We're going to be researching that in the upcoming weeks, how to implement that into the program itself. On the achievements page, so what I did this week too, I made a safety tips page with safety features. And there's all the safety features that we have. What I'm going to have to do is research how to, whenever they get a badge, to save that badge to their user profile in Firebase so that it doesn't go cycle through everybody's. But then tip challenges, I made an achievements page with the distance, frequency, difficulty, and each one of these has its own badge underneath the badge. If you click on the badge, it tells you what it is. This is the photographer badge. Here's our safety expert badge. Just look at the safety tips, you get the badge. That simple. Other than that, I will show you, here's our parks page, which Felipe had implemented the NPS and the retrofit to be able to call the parks. What I did was I took it from, it was in a horizontal, or it was in a vertical. It was showing vertically, so I made it show horizontally under nearby parks. And then I also implemented where if you click on the park, it takes you to the park information page, where right now it's just showing the park name and the description, but later on, more will be added into this as we figure out the calls for it. And then here's our Google Maps that Brendent has implemented, pulls from Google Maps, and we can move around. You can click on it, get closer, et cetera, et cetera. You can search for a place right now, but we're going to make it where you can only filter out certain aspects, like trails, where you can only search for trails in your area. And other than that, I believe that is it. I did make the contacts. I'm not sure if I showed that last week, but the help and support, and then submit takes you back here. But all right, well, that's it for this week.